Our word for today is lift. I have one tire on my car that has a very slow leak in it. I can drive for miles and miles with no problem. But then suddenly I'll get an alert, low pressure. So I'll stop and check it, and it will be, say, at 23 when it's supposed to be at 33. And so I'll fill it up properly, and then I'll go for a week at least with no problems. And then again, low pressure. Eventually, obviously, I'll get it fixed or replaced. I would have already, but I know that it's due to be replaced at my next scheduled maintenance in a few weeks anyway. So I'm just babying it along. But, and I don't know if you're like this with cars, it's always there, I'm always aware of it. It's always in the back of my mind, even if it's working fine. Slow leak, slow leak, slow leak. There's a weakness there. And I can feel it. I know it. And I won't really be settled in my mind about it until I know that it's fixed, that it's whole and sound again, unblemished. I want that defect to not be there anymore. I was checking and filling this flawed tire the other night, and a guy pulled up right next to me as I was standing there, pulled up in his big old car. He was an older gentleman, not like ancient of days, but clearly he'd seen better days. And he rolled down his window, loud and brazen and pleased to see me, definitely not concerned about any safety protocols, and said, "Hey, buddy, can you check my two tires on... Oh, wait, it's on the other side. Hang on, I'll pull around." And so he did. Well, I'm not proud of it, but I'll be honest. My initial reaction was, oh, Lord, here we go. What is this poor soul going to ask of me? How involved am I going to have to get here? My internal reaction, sad to say, was to pull back. I don't have time for this. Why is he asking me to do this? Clearly he thinks it's an old-timey service station and I'm the attendant or something. My bad timing to be the one here when he pulled up. So he pulled around and he was like, "Can you check these for me, buddy?" And I was like, well, I'm pretty sure he knew I wanted to say no. And he says, "Hey, come on, buddy. I just got out of the hospital." Great. Wonderful. Okay, I said, fine. I can do that. "It's these two on this side. They sometimes aren't right." Okay, I see. Your humble service station attendant is here for you. So I checked the tires, and they're fine. They're absolutely perfectly inflated. There's no problems. He can go on his way. And so I told him so. "Hey, thanks, buddy." And then he says, "I think you're all right. I think God's going to bless you." And then he burbled away in his big old car, happy as a clam. I always say that I'm not good at this stuff either, and I'm really truly not. It's not an act. It takes me a minute sometimes to remember what to do. Honestly, I'm most comfortable in the environment where everybody's handling their own stuff and filling their own tires and pumping their own gas and thinking their own thoughts and going about their own business. I hate asking anyone for help. And weakness makes me uncomfortable. But sometimes when I really need it, God blesses me. God blesses me to remember that I'm weak and in need of help, and that I'm called to help those who are also that. God blesses me with reminders that we are all of us each other's keepers, that the unsettledness in our minds is in large part because of the brokenness of the world, that some people, any people, are hurting and lost and alone without even a friend to lend a hand. We can feel it. We know that it's there. That poor soul reminded me to give him a simple little lift. No big deal. It took me 30 seconds. Sometimes God blesses me like that. See who you can lift today. Remind yourself not to shrink back always. And if you need a lift yourself, see if you can be the blessing for someone else. See if you can bring yourself to ask them for one.